I would tell you the top priority of the tax collector's office is service to all in Hillsborough County, and that's our main priority, and that's where we're going to continue doing so and moving forward with leveraging technology and working with business partners so that we can make our office the best in the state.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Conversation with Nancy, the podcast that consistently delivers knowledge to empower you one conversation at a time. Thank you all for joining us today, and thank you. I'm so honored to be joined today by our tax collector, Nancy Millan.
Thank you, Tori. I will tell you, I'm so excited about this because not only are we with these podcast series, we're bringing out information to inform our customers, but we also get to talk about our business partners and what we're doing in our community. And so I am really happy to have Sean here today with us to talk about some of those things.
Yes, thank you, Sean, joining us. Sean Sullivan from Bill Currie Motors. So please, can you tell us a little bit about your background and your relationship with HCTC?
Sure. So I've been in the car business most of my life. I started detailing cars when I was 15 years old after school at Jesuit. I'm a Jesuit grad, class of 92. Shout out to 92. I would ride my bike and I would detail cars and wash them. And that's how I started in the auto industry. And then fast forward many, many years later, I'm now the general manager of one of the largest stores in the United States. Very proud that I work for a female owner, one of the few female owners in the entire country for Ford Motor Company, over 3,000 stores. And I get to work and run a store in the largest selling region in the United States, to include California and Texas.
Wow.
So this area is the buzz of car selling. I mean, and it's an honor to be running these stores. The Currie Auto Group has 3 stores. Bill Currie Ford is the one that I represent in Tampa. We just built a $25 million brand new location in Tampa. We've been in Tampa 65 years. I can't believe that. Her grandfather started 65 years ago. 3rd generation business, all Tampa. All the revenue goes back to the city, and we're very proud of that fact. And we're one of the very few family stores left. Corporations have taken over everything, but they haven't taken over the Curries. So I'm very proud of that fact.
Oh, and we're proud to have you here too. Sorry to interrupt, but I think it's so exciting to hear, where this company started, and you talk about the growth here in Hillsborough County of 1.5 million, but to put things into perspective on the number of cars that you're selling in a year is just pretty impressive. And it talks about the volume of work that we're having to deal with every single day at the tax collector's office as well.
Yes, absolutely. So I know you can speak to that, right, Sean? So how do you guys outsource, a lot of your
So in all aspects of our business, it's a high volume. Right, so she doesn't, I'm going to speak for Bill Currie Ford, but there's 7 Ford stores just in Tampa alone, if you think about the size. The amount of cars that we sell, the amount of registrations that we do, the amount of tags, not to mention the fact, the constantly renewing of the tags. We have an auto industry that's just a buzz here. It's the same with our commercial real estate. As you know, it's buzzing too, but specifically with cars, there's so many things that you have to do to follow the laws, and there's so many things that customers don't understand about the tag business, and what's really great is working with Nancy. Has the biggest, I think, difference is the technology that she's brought, that she's streamlined the processes with the dealers. It's helped serve the customers better, and I think overall, the fact that she can keep the dealers out of her business every day, and she can better serve Tampa, and she can better serve the public transactions, because I think we can overwhelm an office this size easily in the auto industry. And she's not only been able to hold her own, keep us happy, she's also been able to serve the public. And I think that's the biggest difference with Nancy that you can see across the country in her position. I know that we're here to talk about like how great your office is. Everybody knows that. I don't think that.
Well,
I want to talk
Sean.
about you as a person because I'm here specifically with my time because I want people to understand who are listening to this podcast what you do in the community. The constant calls to work with the schools. You're working with like 5th graders right now with the 5th grade art for the tag, where you're giving back to schools. You're calling me about school drives. You're constantly calling me about working in the community to make Tampa better. And
Right.
I feel like with everything going on, I know you're very close with Chad Cronister, who does a great job protecting our ports and our city. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the fact that everybody is working together to make this city better and it starts, in your office. And I'm really blessed to be here to be able to talk about it. So thank you for that.
I am, and I'm grateful for you. It is a unique place. In Hillsborough, I think, is unique because we have people who work together, and it really is part about, you hear good government, but it really does happen here in Hillsborough County, where we work together and we really do care about our community. And I personally, being here, born and raised here in Tampa and Ybor City, it's something that's very personal to me. And being able to work with folks like you has been an incredible experience, but also that we have a huge impact in our community together that benefits both Bill Currie Ford and the tax collector's office.
I love it. So when I see you calling on my phone, I'm like, okay, she's probably not calling about a tag. She's probably calling about some drive that she's doing to take care of children or take care of her community. I like that about you a lot. And when we first met, I always said when you were running for office, and I was like, you know what am I going to do here? I'm just going to go meet the person. And I met you, and I was like, man, she's amazing. And the fact that you care so much, I was like, you know what? Let's fact that you cross party lines, that politics never comes into anything you ever say or ever do. And I respect that a lot, where you could take these hard stances on certain things, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna be in the middle, and I'm gonna work with both sides, and I'm gonna put people together instead of separating them. And I think we need a lot more of that in our country, in our state, in our city.
I appreciate
sure.
that. And I would tell you the top priority of the tax collector's office is service to all in Hillsborough County. And that's our main priority. And that's where we're going to continue doing so and moving forward with leveraging technology and working with business partners so that we can make our office the best in the state. Yes.
Just so I know, didn't you get the highest award that you can get, I think, for your office for serving the community?
Well, we have received some national recognition from top workplaces,
Yes.
and we're working towards our performance type of award. I worked with Doug closely on getting the Sterling Award, and that
Yes.
might be the one you're talking about.
The Sterling
And
Award, yes, it's a pretty big deal.
Performance evaluation
Yeah.
that really dives into our who we are and our measures and everything else, and ensuring that we are saying that we're good as we are. And our comment cards say it. We serve 1 million people in a year, and that we're able to maintain a 95% or 96% of good and excellent ratings says a lot about our workforce and what we do. So I'm really, really proud of that, and we'll continue to move forward and making improvements and making government more friendly and empathetic to our people right here in Hillsborough.
And easier. I think
And
everyone
easier,
just
yes,
wants
absolutely.
easier. It's really nice to talk to someone nice, but it's even better to talk to someone who can get the job done fast, where you can keep your conversation slow. But maybe that's just me. But you have definitely speeded up the process. I sit on a board of dealers, and one of the things that we talk about is the ease of doing business in Tampa, and obviously your office falls under that, and even the dealerships always come under certain aspects of our business are always under scrutiny. And we really do try we're still a family business. Doesn't
Right.
matter what you do for a living, we still try to strive for customer service just like you do, and we try to win President's Awards that represent community service and represent service to our people. We do the same thing. We're all striving for the same thing, and I think that we all forget sometimes that we all are the same.
Right.
And our views and our needs are all the same, and what we want in life is the same. And I feel like that you bring that together. So I've seen you with the richest of the rich and the poorest of the poor, and I've seen you literally just work on these amazing bridges that you make, and I love it. I
really do appreciate that.
I feel like your leadership goes all the way down, and you can see it. So even walking into this building, do you know how clean this facility is? It's like I'm amazed at how clean and organized and beautiful the facility is. I mean, it's public service, right? So
Right.
typically it's private businesses that are this nice,
Which
right?
goes back to what we were saying, is that we're not typical government as usual.
This
We
is
want
not
to make
typical
it
government,
a
for
pleasant
sure.
experience from the moment you walk into our office.
It is
Yes,
pleasant.
yes.
You even have art on the walls,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
We
So-
appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sean, and thank you also for talking about our kids tag art program. That's it's a huge. I know Nancy, she does make such a huge emphasis on giving back to our community, and it makes such a huge difference. And hearing you guys talk about these partnerships, I think it just it makes perfect
The
sense.
tough
and
part
so
of the
thank
job
you.
is picking which child gets the art, right?
The
Don't you have the
artwork, yes.
final say in that one? That's a tough
there
one.
are a few.
That's a
Yep,
tough
yep.
one. As a
But-
parent, I would want you to do mine.
Of course.
Right.
Of course. But thank you so much, Sean. We really appreciate
My
you
pleasure.
being here with us
Anything
today.
I can
so
ever
much.
do to help.
Yes, and thank
Appreciate
you,
you, Sean.
Nancy.
Thank you,
I think this
Currie.
was a great conversation between both of you. So thank you all, and thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate your time, and we hope to see you for the next episode, and have a wonderful day.